In a small town, there lived a young man who felt like the world was constantly against him. No matter how hard he tried, troubles seemed to find him, sticking to him like a shadow. Every day brought a new worry, and every night, his mind raced with restless thoughts. Slowly but surely, he began to feel himself breaking from the inside out. The smile he once had faded, his hope grew weak, and the weight of life itself became almost too heavy to carry. One day, when the pain was just too much to bear, he decided to seek out an old Zen master who lived nearby. He went to the master, and with a heavy heart, he poured out every failure, every sorrow, and every complaint he had. He spoke for a long time, and the entire time, the old master just listened. He sat there in complete silence, not interrupting even once. It was as if his silence was the answer the young man needed. When the young man finally finished speaking, the master stood up gently and walked into the next room. The young man thought maybe he was going to get some ancient wisdom or a secret remedy. A few moments later, the master returned, but all he had was a small packet of salt. He put a tiny pinch of salt in the young man's hand, pointed to a glass of water on the table, and asked him to mix the salt in and drink it. Confused, the young man did as he was told. He stirred the salt into the glass and took a sip. Immediately, he spat it out, disgusted. "It's unbearable," he said. "It's so salty." The master just smiled softly and motioned for the young man to follow him. He led him outside to a beautiful, clear lake nearby. The water was deep and peaceful, reflecting the sky like a perfect mirror. Once they reached the edge of the water, the master handed him the rest of the salt packet and instructed him to pour all of it into the lake. The young man did so, watching the grains of salt dissolve into the vast body of water. Then the master told him to drink from the lake. The young man scooped up some water with his hands and took a drink. It was cool and refreshing. He was surprised. He couldn't taste any salt at all. The master spoke gently. "Life's problems are like salt. The amount of salt doesn't change, but how much it affects you depends on the size of the container you put it in. When your heart is small like a glass, even a few problems can make your life bitter. But when your heart is as vast and deep as a lake, even the greatest difficulties seem to disappear." The young man stood there, silently letting the lesson sink in. He thought he understood, but as he was about to leave, the master added one final, crucial piece of wisdom. "The problems never actually go away," he said. "The salt is still in the lake. What changes is you. Your mindset expands, your capacity grows, and your inner strength deepens." In that single moment, everything clicked for the young man. He realized he had spent his entire life trying to run away from his problems, hoping they would just disappear. He never once thought about making himself stronger to face them. From that day forward, his life wasn't magically free of hardships. But for the first time, those hardships no longer had power over him. He was no longer a fragile glass of water. He had become a deep, calm lake. And that's the true message of this story. Don't pray for an easier life. Instead, strive to become a stronger person. A person who develops patience and inner strength can never truly be broken by life. Thanks for watching. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.